Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bullish Money YouTube channel. So glad that you all can be here. I have a very special guest, Cameron. What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. Same, different day. You know how
Yeah.
it is.
Well, you know what? This is an experiment. I would say for the both of us, but it's certainly an experiment for me because usually I just do monologues. It's just me. Rare to find somebody with online charisma. It's just a lot of folks. Yeah, when that red button goes on for some reason, a lot of folks, even the extroverts, they just kind of freeze up. So I think this will be good. I think this will be a format that I'm going to pursue in the future, and also we got a currently unnamed project that we're working on. So yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great collaborative effort. So one of the reasons I invited you onto my channel is because you're an opinionated person, right? I mean, you've got opinions on pretty much everything.
What can I say?
Yeah. And you're the key demographic. You're and towards the younger end of the millennial generation. So you're not too crazy where in the whole Gen Z arena, which is like I don't even know what's going on over there, but it's like you're relatable, I think, to a broad range, a broad demographic. So and plus you grew up in a very well, somewhat of a conservative background, right?
Yes,
Or
quite. Yeah, putting it lightly.
yeah, and if I recall correctly, you also not only were you in a conservative familial background, but also the area that you grew up in, very sort of like a yeehaw, six shooter kind of, right?
Yeah, Lakeside, California is has a bit of a stigma behind it as being the redneck capital of East County.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't really know how the whole jurisdictional lines work around broader San Diego County, but I mean, we're essentially in San Diego.
Yeah,
We're definitely on the West Coast. We're definitely in the progressive, the liberal hot zone, right? It's definitely part of that branch. And yet, so I never East County, San Diego is sort of like
mhm.
sort of like a no-go zone for me. I never, but it's like a voluntary no-go zone for me because I just have
Yeah.
there's literally no freaking reason for me personally to go to East County. So one time I did go,
You don't want to
because
ride horses?
yeah, um, I definitely don't know how to do that. But so one of my friends who's in that area, so he took me there, and it's like, what the hell is this? There's like a general store, and it's like, the whole place looks like it hasn't evolved since the 19th century. Honestly,
You'd be surprised. No, back in the 90s, it was even more barren.
really,
In what, the 20 or so years that I've been around,
yeah.
it's evolved a bit. Not much, but it has.
Yeah, it's
As much as you can say, like, Lakeside can
yeah.
evolve, but
I was hearing a story. There's because not all Asian people are liberal. Okay, there's many quite a big number of actually of conservative Republican voting Asians. So I was at a gun store, and one of the employees was Asian. I think he's Filipino. Is that considered Asian? I don't know. Maybe you
Yeah,
can. Yeah.
I think
I don't know. I kind
that's
of
what
I'm
Sean
like,
says, at least.
yeah, I'm like, but because there's a lot of Far East Asians. They're like Filipino. I don't know. It's kind of like a whatever. Well, he looked very. He looked one of the. He was like one of those Asian looking Filipinos, right? So he
Okay.
would be mistaken for being Chinese or whatever. And so he was at a uh, a gun store, visiting a gun shop in East County, and I guess the proprietor of the store, it was kind of like a Bubba looking white guy, comes up to him and is like, "You want something, boy?" Like, so East County is just, I don't know, it's its own, it's like one of those anomalies, right, within like pockets of extreme, like pockets of Alabama in California.
It's the strangest thing too, and it varies so much city to city. Like, okay, so I was on the border of Lakeside and Santee.
Right, right,
Lakeside, incredibly redneck.
right.
And now, the evolution of Lakeside in the past 20 years and the evolution of Santee in the past 20 years, night and day difference. As soon as you get into Santee, oh, everything's more modern. We have all these new strip malls, things like that. And yeah, just Lakeside never really caught up. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's completely different going into El Cajon. Yeah, just Lakeside just never really caught on.
well, Santee, is completely different from Lakeside because, first of all, they have Mexicans there in Santee. Right? You
There you
occasionally
go.
see people of color in Santee. Um, yeah, some of I mean, oh my God, I mean, the places, like the little pockets of places on East County, it's just, it's remarkable that it even exists. Because if you think about this, like San Diego is just even expanding out to all of San Diego County. I'm not really talking about the going up the mountain toward the Imperial Valley, but like the proper San Diego within 20,
Yeah.
30 mile radius, right? That's just incredibly lucrative real estate, right? So uh, those areas like Lakeside and the white part of East County, incredibly white and incredibly backwards in terms of just modernization and
Yeah.
simple things like wiping yourself after you're doing number two. Just really, honestly, just really backwards and just totally backwards. And it's just, I mean, they're sitting on billions and billions of dollars of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta imagine just from the minds of property developers, right? Like they're looking at billions and billions and billions and billions of just ongoing revenue. Because who wouldn't want to live in East County, San Diego, if they got rid of that whole, Alabama element, where I've never been
Yeah.
to Alabama, but I imagine when I think of have you been to Alabama?
No.
No. Okay. Have you been to any
Close,
part?
I've been close enough.
Yeah. So I imagine, but have you been in the southern
No,
states?
no, I have not had the pleasure.
Okay.
If one could say that. No, I'm sure there's perfectly fine places out there, but no, I haven't. Yeah, been to the Middle Americas.
Yeah. I imagine. I know it's incredibly stereotypical, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate mail from white advocates. But when I think of Alabama, I'm sorry, but I just I think it's the same image, right? It's the horses and the cows and sleeping with your sister sort of thing, right? It's just
Yeah, Lakeside.